Alright, okay. It is late as always here in the, whatever you want to call it. That is the zx6r, which is currently taken apart. You can see the fairings are being painted, the head of it, you know, nice and glossy. However, that is not what today's video is going to be about. There's a meet on Saturday, annual Halloween meet, and everybody's dressing up. It's going to be really cool. However, I didn't feel like going to this meet until I had my exhaust right here. Now, about this exhaust, I've researched a lot about different types of exhaust for the bike and what you can get out there and potentially put on it to make it sound really good. However, I didn't find anything that would be anywhere close to what I got. Now, by the title, you probably already know what I got, and that's why you clicked on this video. I've not actually opened the box. I've only seen this Toce on pictures online, so I'm super stoked to get this going. Bracket, some nuts and bolts here. Okay, I need that, something in here. Better be like a keychain or something. Oh, nope, it's this thing. That right there. We'll talk more about that later when we do the install. Actually, it's kind of scratchy a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but right there on the tip there, you can see it's a bit scratchy and shit. I'm not sure why. But okay, alright, here it is. Finally, right? Like shit, Mr.TeaTime. What the hell, man? Mr.TeaTime over here, taking this friggin' sweet ass time, showing everybody the freaking exhaust. Dumbass. Ooh, mama. Oh my goodness. I just cut myself. Hold on, you guys, give me a second here. I'm gonna try not to scratch the shit out of my new exhaust, okay? Okay, I'm getting my prints all over it right now, but look at that. There's our logo. Bam. 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 There's a hole. Alright, alright, alright. There's how that looks. I still don't see why this costs as much as it does. I don't see a whole lot of like install videos. I've seen a lot of videos of this, like the sound of it, like the after, the before and the after, but nobody actually does a video of the install, so I want to take my time with that. Like I really, really, really want to take my time with that. And we're gonna follow these instructions right here, right? For this bike, there's instructions. We're gonna follow that right here. Okay. Now for this particular install, you don't need to remove the tail light to do it. However, since I am repainting my entire bike, I had to remove it. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a slight difference between the whites. Right about there, it goes from white to yellow, and I need to prime it and give it a nice clear coat. That way that doesn't do that. Okay, so right about at this point is when we're actually gonna start looking in the instructions, and we're gonna try to see, I'm out of focus. good focus. So we're gonna try to see what to do next. Now, I think I skipped a few steps there because I already knew how to take my bike apart. I don't know if you know the steps on how to do that, so I'm gonna let you guys, on your bike, if you know how to take the plastics off. That was the easiest part. Now we're gonna actually follow some instructions. Let's see here, so what do the instructions say? Okay, so the instructions say remove metal exhaust cover and 2 black plastic exhaust covers. So where does it say that? So I'm guessing that needs to go, and there's a plastic right there that holds the tools, so that might need to go. I know this guy is gonna have to go too, and I'm gonna replace this. So this whole wire here is gonna have to go, because this wire, if you look through it and you look through the other side here, that wire specifically goes to here, that nubbit. That nubbit, it's gotta go, because it no longer needs that no longer needs to be there when I turn the bike on, because usually when I turn the bike on, that rotates and it opens up the valve, so that no longer needs to be there. And now it looks ugly. Look at that exhaust, piece of shit. Jeez. Okay, so this plastic cover's gotta go, and this has gotta go. Okay, so what I figured out was from the instructions that I will potentially need to remove this bracket here that goes along this way with just, there's four screws here. There's also 2 bolts on the side here that actually hold the exhaust, and let me show you here in just a second. Alright, I'm not sure if you can see that, but here's the bolts are right here on this side. Here are the bolts on this side and on that side, and they actually hold the entire exhaust. So let me get my phone. Alright, so let's see if you can see that right. There's that one. Right there. Right there, that one. And there's that one. Right there. Both on this side. It holds this entire thing. Do keep in mind that I've never done this before, so I'm not telling you how to do it correctly. I'm just showing you how I did it. And I'm guessing if you read the instructions right, then you probably could do it too. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm gonna hold off on removing this thing, and then I'm gonna move on to removing the 2 bolts there. Okay, so the exhaust is loose, as you can see. Now what's holding it is that wire right there, that little valve that's in there. It has 2 wires connected to it. It's a cable that rotates the valve. Now we're gonna have to remove the valve, undo the cords, and then release this. That way we can take it out. Now in the instructions right around here, as you can see, it kind of skips a page. Oopsie. It says to hold it with a key and then replace it to this guy that they gave you with the same screw that you removed. It's very important that this does not rotate as you're removing it for whatever reason, but it matters. So we're gonna make sure that happens. Okay, so in the picture here, it says that this nubbit here with the get a zoom in on that. See that nubbit where the arrow is? See that is got to face this way. So originally it's right here and it's facing to the right of the bike, right to the right side of the bike. That's where you want it, and that's supposed to be its original place. Just because now the reason why they want this like this is that if it's not like this and you don't have this attachment, you will get a light. There will be what's called turn the ignition key on and off quickly. Will rotate the shaft into proper position. Do not start the bike at this time. Install the JTI FI, is called an FI eliminator. So the FI light that you have on your odometer, this will prevent it from lighting up or having you have an error, like an error light telling you something's wrong with your bike. This is why we're doing this. As the image shows, you're gonna put this, take this, and you're gonna put it like that. And then you're gonna take the same screw that you used and you're gonna put it back in there. You're gonna reuse the screw. There we go. Just like that. There. Very good. There we go. Okay. So on this side, we need to remove this plastic. That way we can detach these two cables right here that we just removed. That was easy. Okay, so we're gonna move this ever so gently, right? I don't want to lose any parts. That's kind of nice. I can see why there's a lot of weight reduction. There's so much involved in this damn thing. Alright, now we're gonna stuff something in the exhaust so nothing falls in. That's the last thing I want right now. Let's do that. Okay, I want to make sure we go back to the instructions. You always want to go back just in case you might have missed something, right? So we're gonna go back to the first page and go over everything that we did. Okay, so remove the exhaust cover with the 2 bolts, and then it skips to the next page, which is right here. Remove 9. We did this, right? So we held the thing down. We kept the thing on this side, and then we put this in place. Now, in the instructions over here, it says, warning, use pliers to prevent the servo from rotating, tightening, which it didn't rotate. I made sure it didn't rotate when I tightened it back up. Now, what it does want me to do, okay, so we go to 12, we're going in here to 13, clear any tools parts from around the servo, start the bike, and make sure that the FI light on the lower right of the instrument panel does not light up. The servo will rotate back and forth until it sets its limits. It will also rotate with changes in RPM, so be certain to always keep this area clear of any foreign objects. If the FI light remains lit or the servo appears to be malfunction, review the installation steps. Remove the factory muffler, loosen the clamp bolt connecting the mid pipe to the motor.